Alright, fourth ring. Shit starts to get real on this ring. This is where your weapon matters. Now, as you can tell, for a mage, the damage increase you get from a sword is so ungodly. It's unbelievable. 151.6%. And you move on to your normal weapon like a wand, staff, or dagger, it's going to be 72.5. Now, what this ring boils down to is, and what this ring and ring 5 boils down to is, you want to use a weapon that's not really meant for your class, I guess, so to speak. So warriors benefit a lot from daggers. Archers benefit a little bit more from crossbows, but based on infusions, it's not as good. I mean, you still want to use a bow, because I've played around with it, and I first did the crossbow route, and I realized that no, using a bow is still going to be better. And with the mages, of course, the sword. And this is why people go for the astral sword, because the damage increase is so incredible. So if you look at this one right over here, this is going to be a physical damage increase, and this is going to be the one you want to choose for archers. It's going to be the most damage increase. And I don't understand the redundancy here with this ring. Well, I mean, with this one, they put bows and crossbows on this one, but it's not as high as an increase, so it can really trip up archer players. They see this and they're like, oh, but you got this over here, which is going to increase more. I think they should take bows and crossbows out of this one, or something like that, so they don't trip up archer players, because that can really fuck you over. And I had to be careful when doing my archer, because I almost chose that one. But then I saw this, and I was like, oh, okay. But this right here is going to be for your warrior. It is the only physical damage increase that's practical, because you're not going to be using any of the items in this one. You're not going to be using a wand, staff, bow, crossbow, or polearm. Some people will argue about using a polearm, but no, it's not worth losing a shield slot, especially with a warrior. It's just not. So, going over this physical damage increase, this one is going to be your go-to for warriors. Now, the other two are resistances, I believe. Yeah, this is going to increase your armor and magic resist. So this would be good for an archer, but nothing else. So if you're needing to increase resistance and armor, which is crucial for an archer because they're so squishy, then this is one that you want to do. Other than that, do not do this for a warrior or mage, because there's absolutely no reason you should be using a two-hand weapon. So keep that in mind. Now, for generalized increase with a one hand, this is something you can do. I haven't maxed this out. I haven't even really put anything into it. I need to for my Devastating Blow build, but I just haven't, because I've been fucking around with the Astralium. But that's the general breakdown of Ring 4. And as weapon choices go, it only gets worse in Ring 5. So you need to really take a look and consider which weapon you want to be using, because the weapon you choose can do a lot more damage, such as daggers for warriors, and especially swords for mages. I still choose to use a sword for warriors because of the Imp's Wing / Queen of Blades thing going on. I still think Queen of Blades is stronger. That's just me. And yeah, So make sure to take a look at the fourth ring and choose carefully.